My name is Janet Arredondo and I helped code the front end portion. This is the launch screen. We will go ahead and log in. This is a login page. Go ahead and log in. Now this is the home dash view. Now if you take a look, there is a horizontal scroll view containing dashboard icons. For example, here is the orders icon that will navigate to the orders view, the products icon that will navigate to the products view. Now, due to the help with the private function internal order view, we are able to return a view for displaying the details of the internal orders, including the total amount, notes, and status ID of the products.
My name is Olme Matias, and I help code most of the files in the front end. But I would like to talk about the side menu view. The code defines a side menu for a mobile app. Imagine you are swiping from the left side of the screen in an app, and this menu appears. First, it lists out the options for the side menu, like home and orders, along with their icons. Then it lays out these options vertically, one below the other. For each, it creates a clickable area. When you click, it takes you to a different part of the app. For example, if you click on Home, it'll take you to the main screen of the app. If you click on Orders, it'll take you to the Orders page. The icons and tests are arranged side by side with some space between them. And at the bottom, there's some empty space so the menu doesn't crowd the whole menu. Overall, it's a simple way to navigate through different parts of the app using a side menu.
Okay, my name is Yuris Garcia from the IT Capstone 2024 program, and I'm going to explain what I've been working on the whole semester. I've been working on the implementation of OAuth 2.0 in the backend side, and I'm going to explain what all of these lines of code do. I'm gonna just do a little summary. Okay, so here is a Java class named security config, responsible for configuring security settings in a Spring application. It initializes a JWT decoder field for decoding JSON Web Tokens, JWTs, used in authentication. The constructor takes a JWT decoder as a parameter and sets the field with the provided value. Annotated methods with a bean annotation indicate that they produce beans managed by the Spring container. The filter change method configures security rules for HTTP requests, specifying that requests to specific endpoints require authentication using JWTs. It sets off OAuth 2.0's resource server support for JWT authentication, returning the configure HTTP security object, and the JWT decoder method creates and configures a JWT decoder being used for JWT decoding, which with the issuer location is specified, which is this one right here. Overall, this code sets up JWT-based authentication and authorization for the Spring application's endpoint. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Brian Corro, and I was in charge of the server side for our purchasing group application. Our server consisted of a Spring Boot application, and here is the entry point of the application. It's currently in debug mode, that way we can see any errors that may arise. The project structure goes as following. We have a client directory, configuration, exception, so on and so forth. Most important are the client persistence layers, which contains the repository and entities, as well as the service layer. We'll receive our information into our client layer, which contains our controllers, and then we will pass our DTO to our service layer, which will allow us to implement any business logic that is required. and then we hand over the manipulated DTO to our repository layer, which will then map it to each DTO's respective entity. And now that the object is an entity, it will be inserted into our database. So here are some tests in Postman that I have set up. We can create or place an internal order. Here we can change these values and make them whatever we desire. And this will reflect the input coming in from an actual client. So we get back the internal order ID. And if we do another one, or change the values, change these, we can do 1, 2, 3. And we get a response back as well. We can get back a list of all the internal orders. We can find an internal order by ID. We can also find products by ID. Most controllers have the typical create, find, get all, and update functions, but the meat of our logic is contained within the internal order controller, which allows us to place an order.